Hey everyone, this is Adam Hutchinson. I'm one of the marketing managers here at Socedo. I'm coming to you live today in the Socedo headquarters to talk about how to use social outreach to manage your business. So why are we talking about social outreach today? Well, Software Advice recently did a study and they found that most marketers, the majority of marketers, view social as their cheapest channel, having the lowest cost per lead. And that's awesome. The problem is most marketers today aren't actually using social to generate leads. So we got to fix that. Now, most marketers today are using social for broadcast. They're basically putting all their content out on social media and hoping people find it. And that's kind of okay if you're in the B2C world. It's not okay if you're in the B2B world, because the problem is people aren't going to find it. They don't know who you are yet, and if they're not following you on Twitter, they're never going to see that content, which is not super helpful. You also can't control who's going to see it. So forget about lead gen. The people who are going to see it are people who are already engaged with you. That might be okay, you might get a few clicks on those links, but it's not going to help you generate new customers for your business. So instead of broadcast, we want to talk about proactive social outreach. And by this, I mean actual prospecting on Twitter. We want to find the right people for our business, the right leads that fit our demographic models, our best fit scenarios, the companies we want to go after, maybe even targeted account strategies. We want to find those people on social media that are actually going to be engaged with us. So there's a few parts to it that we want to consider when we're talking about social media outreach. The first is we want to discover our leads. We don't just want to send our content to everyone out on Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, because we know that the majority of them aren't going to be qualified for our business. So we only want the ones that match our best customer profiles. Now, how do we do this on social media? Well, there's a couple of different ways, and it all comes down to keywords. So we want to start with what people are talking about. Now, the cool thing about social media is that on average, people spend 2 hours every day on social media. I know I spend about 3 hours every day on social media. I think some of my colleagues here spend about 5 hours a day. I'm not sure if they even work at all. So, we know people are out there on social media. They're posting a lot. They're engaging with things. It's where they live their lives. And so that's where we have to be as marketers to try to get them into our funnel. So we want to hear what they're talking about. And by keywords, this could be a whole wide range of things. If you're looking for people in the tech industry, guess what? They're following publications on Twitter. They're looking at different journals. They're listening to influencers. They're engaging with event hashtags. They're talking about keywords. They're maybe just talking about rants about different products that they're using. It could be a whole wide range of things. If you're looking for other marketers, guess what? Marketers are some of the most active people on social media. They're constantly following the Marketo blog and Marketing Nation. They're martech.com. They're constantly retweeting things from these publications that they like. Or if you're looking for HR people, guess what? They're really active on social. They're always talking about recruiting or how hard their jobs are and how much HR practices and all these types of things. So we can listen for all those conversational keywords on social media in order to bring them into our funnel. Now, of course, we don't just want anyone who's talking about something relevant. We only want the people that we want. So then we filter it down by their bios, by their profiles. So we want to look for people who are actually describing themselves as the people we want to find. Now, the cool thing about social media is pretty much the first thing anyone puts in their Twitter profile or Facebook profile is, "Hi, I'm blah, blah, blah marketing manager at blah, blah, blah company." Almost everyone does this. It's crazy. And of course, on LinkedIn, you have to put that in your profile, is where you're working and what your job title is. And some people get a little bit creative on social. I knew at one time in my life, in kind of a former life here, I used to call myself a marketing guru, which is not my official job title, by the way, but I call myself that on social media because it's a little bit more fun. So you want to listen for everyone who's talking about themselves in a way that would be relevant to my business, while also talking about things that I care about. So if I'm trying to sell my marketing software to another marketer at a business, I might look for anyone with a marketing job title who's tweeting the Marketo hashtag, who's talking about inbound marketing, who's tweeting hashtag demand generation, or talking about a new event that's coming up. Or if I'm looking for specifically big IT leaders from Fortune 500 companies, I really only want to look for the people who are talking about CTO in their job title or Chief Technology Officer, and maybe are tweeting about enterprise IT publications or the Register.com or some of these other big publications. All right, so we found our people. We know who they are out on social media. That's just the first part to outreach. We didn't just find them. Now we want to proactively engage with them. I see a lot of marketers who they build their lists, they find their followers, maybe even they download their followers. Then they don't really know what to do with them. Well, the nice thing about social is that it's very social. We can actually engage with them out there proactively online. And so the next step in this is to send messages. Just like marketing. Once we found our target audience, we want to send them a direct message and engage with them in a light, medium, and heavy touch manner. So we can start by liking one of their tweets, something really general, maybe retweeting them, maybe reaching out to them, replying to a comment on one of their posts that they just put out there. And then once they've engaged with us a little bit, then we can start to increase the touches a little bit. We can send them a direct message now. We can continue following up with them, right? We can like their tweets after that. We can send them messages. We can, say, hey, how's it going? We can invite them to view more content from us. And eventually we can send them a link. Now, why is that important? Because that link is going to go to your landing page. Landing pages are the gold mines of marketing, right? This is how we actually capture people into our funnel. So we found our people, we've given them content that they want, and they've warmed up to us, they trust us now. So we can send them a link to our landing page and capture them into our funnel, and then we can really market to them. We can send them those emails, we can send them retargeting ads, we can get on the phone with them and try to convert them through the funnel and buy our product. Now, that doesn't happen right away, unfortunately. It would be really great if we could send someone a tweet with a link to our product and then they would buy right there on the spot. Unfortunately, in the B2B world and even in the B2C world, that's not really how social media works. Social media is a place to engage with people, get to know them, understand them, do learning, educate yourself about a product. It's not really the right place to buy right then and there. So what we have to do is follow up with them. Now the cool thing is social media can do that too. So let's take a look at our marketing funnel. So we talked about right here at the top, using social here for prospecting. We engaged with them, we sent them an initial message, we drove them to our landing page. But we got to get them all the way through this funnel. So we're going to nurture them. Now we can continue listening to those same keywords that they were talking about, but all the way through the marketing funnel. And this is where social media outreach really comes into play. It's not just for salespeople to use social selling and connect with their prospects, connect with them on LinkedIn, engage on Twitter, retweet a couple of their posts. No, social media outreach is really for marketers to actually drive deals through the funnel. So what we want to do is listen to those same keywords that we cared about before, the event hashtags. We want to listen to the industry publications or the influencers, anything that they're engaging with. And we want to send them the right content at the right stage of the funnel. So if someone's down here in my decision-making phase, they've come to our webinars, they know about my product now, but they haven't quite taken the next step yet to get into a product trial. But I know they're tweeting about one of the influencers in my industry. I can send them content from that influencer referencing my solution, all of a sudden in a real-time aspect. And those emails tend to get 5%. Woo, it's a crazy 5% click-through rates. Now, I don't know about you. Maybe some of you are email gods out there, and good for you. But my typical email rates in my database are about 1.5%, maybe 2% on a good days. So if I can get 5% click-through rate on an email, that's huge for me, because it means people are engaging, and now we can follow up with them based on the content that they just viewed. So by sending people messages in real time based on what they're talking about is another aspect that social media outreach can actually influence all of your business. And don't forget, social media exists all the way down here at the bottom of the funnel too. So if someone's in a sales cycle and they've gone cold, guess what? They're still active somewhere. They're active on social. So even if they stopped responding to your emails, they stopped attending your webinars, they haven't visited your web page in 30 days, they're not picking up the phone anymore, and they haven't clicked on any of your ads no matter how much you retarget them, well, guess what? They're still on social media. They're still talking about what they like. They're still engaging with influencers and other brands in your space. You can reach out to them on social. You can re-engage with them. You can send them messages again and get them back into the funnel. So social media outreach really is just one big circle here when we get down to it. Because people are always engaged on social, they're always talking about different things that they're interested in, and as marketers, we have to learn how to use those insights to fuel the entire funnel so we can build pipeline for our sales team. Now at Socedo, we do this with our own platform. So what we do is we listen for those keywords that we really care about and for those bio profiles that we really care about, and we send people automated messages in order to get them into the funnel. And we add them to your MarTech systems like Marketo, HubSpot, Salesforce, or Eloqua, or whatever system you're using. We can always download them into there as well, and then allow you to follow up with them. And we can always track those activities all the way through the funnel to convert deals from social. And what we've found is that socially engaged leads move 22% faster through the buying cycle. Now 22% faster, that's huge. Because if your sales cycle is 4 months long, that's almost a month off your sales cycle. And trust me, your sales guys are gonna love that. They're gonna love being able to close deals faster because of you. So social media outreach can really make the difference. Now we do have a free trial of our product on Socedo.com. Just check it out, it's a free 7-day trial. And you can do all these cool things. But if you just want to learn a little bit more, we do have a white paper. It's called The First Steps to Using Twitter for Prospecting. It's on our website, Socedo.com, and we tweet it out right after this live little Socedo Live video. So take a look at that, and explains this whole process in more detail. It's a really great resource. And as always, you can feel free to email me, adam@Socedo.com, or tweet with us at Socedo. And make sure to mention this hashtag Socedo Live to all your friends, because trust me, they want to know about this and all the other cool videos that we have going on for you. Thank you for joining me today.